Perfect. Well, I am happy to be here today. Happy Wednesday, as usual. I am your mini medium on the A1R Psychic Radio and the beautiful Moonstruck TV, and 6 p.m. Mountain Time here. And I'll tell you, my day has flown, and before I knew it, I was ready for my show tonight. So without any kind of further ado, if you will, I am going to jump right into things because I want to get as much of this beautiful energy that I have been feeling and sharing that with callers. So let me pull the affirmation card for this week, and we'll see what our beautiful messages, and then we will grab our callers here. So the so for anyone who is just listening to my particular show, every week I pull an affirmation, and it's kind of a promise to yourself or a message from the universe. And the way I do that is by a number that I have been drawn to today. And today, the number that has been very, I would say, significant and very strong happens to be the number 7. And seven's always a lucky number, right? So we're going to count out the 7th card, and that's kind of how I will do this. And also how I do readings when I do Zoom um, uh, or even on my Facebook Live. This is how I ultimately connect with the individual, the client, and use their numbers to pick the cards, and that I feel puts their energy into, or their unique energy into the reading. Obviously, you can't pull your own card when we're virtual, so that's how I do it. So with that said, the number 7th card in the beautiful affirmation deck says that everything happens according to divine timing for the best result. So I'll show the beautiful cards. These butterfly cards, they are just gorgeous. I connect with butterflies, and I think there's a little dragonfly on there as well. Yeah, so beautiful. I connect with butterflies with my dad, who has passed, and ironically, I connect with my mom, who has passed, with dragonflies. So that's pretty interesting that we pulled this one. So again, the affirmation for you all this week, to remember, everything happens according to divine timing for the best results. So if I can kind of elaborate for a moment, that really, I'm a true believer that everything happens for a reason. It's all divine timing. And by that meaning, trusting that whatever happens in your life, good, bad, or indifferent, is it meant to be, right? Everything happens for a reason and happens when it's supposed to. That's the divine timing. So once you're able to trust in divine timing, then you ultimately put out that beautiful trust in the universe, but you also put out that gratitude for for the blessings. And the blessings, can be sometimes the ones you don't necessarily connect with being a blessing. But once you're able to change that mindset, then even the difficult things do become blessings. Maybe it's like what do they say? It's a blessing in disguise, right? And there's a reason for that for sure. So I hope that affirmation resonates, and I hope that it connects with you all And, if anything, um, I hope that as life, what do they say? As life gives you lemons, that the divine timing of those lemons will help you to make lemonade, right? Isn't that the famous thing? Um, so that's the beautiful message for today, or for this week, I should say. Okay. All right, my friends, I am ready for my first caller. And this is Dawn from Gilbert, Arizona. Hi, Dawn.
Hi, Stephanie.
How are you?
I am doing great. How about yourself?
Good. I'm doing great. I love hearing your very just beautiful, upbeat, optimistic voice and energy. It's awesome.
Thank
I
you.
No, you're welcome. I love how just even over the phone, um, and our virtual, we can connect, with that energetic um, flow, I guess, if you will. And I'll tell you, I really quick, and we can start with your reading here, but I used to live in Arizona and I I loved it. I love the heat. And my
It's
family thought I
beautiful.
was crazy. Yes, I just
We had our first
I
99 degrees yesterday.
oh my gosh. See,
Yeah.
I'm in Utah and we had 77, and I mean that's comfortable, but we're about ready to drop 30 degrees tomorrow. And
Oh, no.
I oh yeah. Yeah, I always say if you don't like the weather in Utah, just give it about 5 minutes and it'll change. So it fluctuates minute to minute,
Oh,
but yeah, it's crazy. But 99 is a little toasty already, um,
yeah,
but
but
I'll
that's
take that
okay.
over 9. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. All
Okay.
right. Well, my beautiful friend, how can I help you tonight?
Well, I've just been kind of wondering about my career path. And
Okay.
is it on the right track?
Okay. All right. Perfect. Yeah. Let me. I'm gonna I use cards really as kind of a guide or a tool, and I ultimately I'll listen and trust my gifts, if I call, or abilities. And so the cards for me come into play as just kind of a visual validation of what my gifts are showing me. And
Mhm.
so I've been drawn to the number 7 today, and I do use numerology in my readings. And the number 7, obviously, for many people, it's a lucky number. Um, it's also a very common number that people use, or it's a very common favorite number. Um,
Mhm.
Here's what I love about your question, and where I feel like even the 7 comes into play. Um, this year, so 2023, if you add up 2, 2, and 3, it equals 7. And
Mhm.
this this year is the year of very much that lucky energy. But that energy is going to be dependent on you and what you put out there. So
Mhm.
uh, this is really that year of manifestations, things coming
Mhm.
um, to light. It's the year of letting things go that are no longer serving you. And
Mhm.
so when I see your career path and some of the signs I'm getting, and the visions. And then I pulled a card for you, and the deck I'm using is the chakra deck. And I also do Reiki. So when I do energy work, um, each chakra has a color, And you happen to pull, I mean, this card's perfect for, I would say, your question. And you pulled this four of coins. I'll show it on my Facebook here because they put that out there and post it. It's a beautiful green. Now, a coin represents something of value to you. And the color green is your heart chakra. So this tells me, and this is where it's validating my visions, that your career, um, ultimately, I feel if you were to go back, let's say, I don't know, let's say 5 years ago, going to the past, if you could see yourself 5 years ago now, you would be like, oh my gosh, this is nowhere near where I thought I'd be heading. But
Uh-huh.
I feel that your quote unquote coin, so what is of value to you, your values have changed. Um, so now
Uh-huh.
your coins, what is of value to you, is more centered with your heart, that heart chakra. Um, and the way I kind of see this, just example, let's say 5 years ago, you thought, gosh, you know what, I am career minded. This is, I want to be an executive. I've gone to all this schooling and, I want to be this beautiful title. And then we fast forward to today, or let's say just in the last 5, 6 months. And now you look and think, that's not of value to me anymore. Now, what's of value to
Uh-huh.
me is my purpose. What is my purpose? And I feel for
Uh-huh.
you, um, what I see career wise for you, and these changes I see coming this year, and the things that you are going to manifest, and also the things you are going to release, are really going to fulfill that soulful cup. Your beautiful purpose is really going to start to blossom. Um, and so I feel that, and some of this I can tell you that I'm really drawn to, is that you are a healer, and that's where I say when I heard your voice in the beginning, you're
Uh-huh.
very healing, optimistic um, energy that you put out there is really starting to
Uh-huh.
come back and is paying off. So um, I do feel that, and this is kind of where I will explain to people what a healer is. In my mind, a healer is someone who is meant to help others. Um, a lot of healers are your nurses and your doctors, um, you know, um, anybody in the medical field, anybody
Uh-huh.
that is a teacher, a therapist, even cosmetology, doing your hair and makeup, things like that, because you are helping someone feel better. And that
Uh-huh.
fills up that cup. So, your question is, where is this career path heading? I would not hold any, um, I would not hold back on any opportunities that are coming that you possibly would say, well, gosh, I just don't know if this is a right fit. Because I do feel like,
Ah,
does that make sense?
something's just, yes, yes. Yeah,
Perfect.
something's just come up at work, and I've just the last couple of days been like, "Ow, I don't know."
Yeah,
Now I know.
that exactly. And now it's going to step you out of your comfort zone, right? It's something
Uh-huh.
that I
Yeah.
feel your past self maybe would not have even maybe entertained, but I
Right.
do feel like this is going to just open up more doors and more opportunity. But more importantly, I really do feel for you, Dawn, is going to help you feel more fulfilled. And that is what I feel is most important. So
Uh-huh.
um, your coins, what is of value? it has changed, and now you just are evolving, and now you just have to trust, like what I said earlier. Oh my gosh, that fits perfect. The affirmation for this week says everything
Yes.
happens according to divine timing for the best results. If that can't fit more perfect, um, I just, here is where I love when the universe is like, here's your sign. You know? Um, so without a doubt, with all of my gifts and my whole being, I would say definitely step out of your comfort zone and definitely jump all in,
Okay.
100%. Yeah.
Cool.
So yeah, and as
That's
they say,
so
keep
awesome.
your. Oh, I'm excited for you. And what I was gonna say is, it's like they say, keep your hands and your feet inside the ride. It's gonna be, a beautiful, um, crazy ride. But at
Hmm.
the end of that ride, you will feel so amazing and fulfilled. So I, I'm excited for you. I really am. I
Thank
think this
you.
is gonna be amazing. No, you are
Thank
welcome.
you.
You
Thank you
are
so much.
welcome. No, it's my
So awesome.
pleasure. And oh, I love it. Well, you enjoy that beautiful Arizona hot weather. And
Okay.
um, I appreciate you calling in. Thank you so much. And it was a pleasure. It was a pleasure.
Thank you. Have a good evening.
Thank you, my friend. You too. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Perfect. All right. I love it. So we'll take the next caller. I love that we're able to, Kara in Florida. Hi, Kara.
Hi, Stephanie. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I am great. I have never done anything like this before, so you're, I don't know what to do.
Oh my gosh. Well, first of all, welcome. I kind of feel like that I the um, the unknown can be nerve wracking. Um, the vulnerability can be uncomfortable. But what's really what I love is what I was just mentioning to my last caller, is that it's all divine timing. So you I have to trust that you were brought my way for a reason, and I feel privileged to be um, doing your reading for the first time. So it's a pleasure. I'll just say that it's really cool. Um, so when you say you've never done this, is it that you've never called in to do a reading, or altogether?
Yeah. What I had an affirmation reading done a while back, but I've never called in to do anything like this before.
Okay, okay, I love it. Well, I promise I will be gentle. I will make it the best um, comfortable experience I possibly can for you. Um, now, um, I want to kind of just say too, really quickly, that the way I do my readings is ultimately trusting my gifts, and my gifts really are the ability to see and hear and feel and know things that maybe others don't. Um, and also tapping into my mediumship abilities. So, the ability to connect with your loved ones in the spiritual world. And so I leave all of these gifts per se open. And so when I do my readings on my podcast here, people will call in and they'll have a specific topic, or, whatever may be, like my last caller wanting to know about her career. So, then we ultimately, I put all my energy into that particular
Okay.
subject. Um, so we can really just go with whatever comes. And I just say that we trust that whatever's meant to be is meant to be. Or if there's a specific topic, then, we can do that as well.
There
Whatever.
is a specific topic. There is a specific topic.
Okay.
My mother
Okay.
passed 3 years ago.
Okay. Okay. All right, my friend. Well, um, you have um, definitely, feel that you've been brought to me for a reason. Now, my mediumship abilities, I have been practicing for about 27 years, and I still use the cards, but I only use them, like I said, as a guide or a tool. So I pulled a card for you already, and so I'm going to uh, incorporate it with your reading a bit. Um, but I'm going to quiet my mind for a moment and see if we can't pick up on anything from mom. And so if you hear a silence, know I'm here, just
Okay.
beginning to let them know in the spiritual world that I'm ready. Uh, okay. Now, before I actually open this up even more, I am always drawn to numbers and um, numerology in my mediumship readings is very important. And the number 7 has been very strong today. Do you connect with 7 with your mom or you? This can be.
No, there's not a significance that I can think of for the number 7.
Okay, that no worries. Keep in mind, just so you're aware, 7 for me, the way I connect is going to be the month of July, the 7th of a month, any month, January through December. 7 can also be 7 years ago. So there can be. Now, I'm not saying that the 7 I got earlier is connected necessarily with your mom or with you. I do readings even continued after tonight, so it can be connected there. Okay, so I'm gonna just focus for a moment here. Okay, okay. So the card that I pulled, I'm going to show it on my Facebook here, and if anyone goes back and watches on YouTube or Facebook, um, is it's the Hanged Woman, which I find is interesting because the other decks I have are generally the Hanged Man. Interesting enough, you pulled a card that's the Hanged Woman, and we're wanting to hopefully try to connect with your mom. Um, the card is just beautiful. These are chakra colors, and the color here is representing the third eye. The third eye, when that third eye or the pineal gland is open, it is where you are able to connect with things that are unworldly. So, but that's where a lot of mediumship gifts really come from, if you will. Um, I can't I can't look at this as a coincidence. I don't believe in coincidences, anyways, but I have to think, okay, this has got to be a sign from your mom, um, because out of that whole deck of mine, 70 some cards, you happen to pull a card that is very specific to a female. Now, um, first off, I do want to say that I am sorry for the loss of your mom. Um, I lost my mom 10 years ago, so I I definitely know um, a little bit of what that pain is like. And as I'm feeling the energy change in my room here, um, I there is a connection that is like no other that I am getting. I've done this a long time, and I feel if this is mom, um, she's showing me a lot of similarities of what um, my relationship was like with my mom. Were you very close with your mom?
Yes, I was.
Okay, beautiful. Okay. I was as well. I was also, or I say, I am also the only girl. My mom had no other
I
girls.
am as well.
Perfect. Isn't this? I love it. So again, these are all beautiful connections that your mom is starting to show me. Now, uh, so I know that I just kind of tell you a little bit. I could back up for a moment, but when I open my mediumship abilities and I welcome any souls that walk within God's white light to come through, to use my energy, to channel, I ask that they give me very specific validations. I always say I don't want anything vanilla. I want it to be very specific. Um,
Hmm.
and so when I say what I'm going to say next, I know this is common, but know that she's very adamant that she let you know that she is, without a doubt, she does connect with you through butterflies and hummingbirds. She's shown me both. So now you're in Florida. Um, I don't know much about what kind of birds and whatnot you get there, um, but I feel that she needs you to know that the connection between those two really is validating her presence. So keep that in mind, okay? Um,
Okay.
she, okay. Uh, can I ask? She is showing me. Um, she's saying if this is mom, which I feel we do have mom, but she's showing me that she did struggle with an illness. She had some issues um, before her passing. And then she
Yes.
shows me, okay. And then she shows me that, and she's saying that she was misdiagnosed. There was a misdiagnosis. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay. And but she says that there was no reason to hold any accountability or blame because I was showing all the symptoms and signs of the particular one that they thought I had, and this was just um, kind of left field, if you will. And she says that she um, was showing so many signs that made sense for both. And she, hmm, okay, she also, she does, my producers tell me I got about a minute. So, and your mom's a talker. Oh my goodness, she's very much coming through. But if anything, if we have to cut short though, for you, Kara, um, please, if you can, email me or reach out to me. And I do want to finish the rest of your reading for free. But I do want to tell you that your mom, if anything, says you have got to know the gratitude and how much she just appreciated the sacrifices that you made for her. Do you understand that?
I do.
Perfect.